All right, so here what we have is we're going to have sales tax is equal to the tax rate, and we have to put that in the decimal format times the item cost. So tax really is just tax equals rate times the cost. So if a local sales tax is 6% and you purchase a tablet for $1,260, what is the tax paid? Well, we're just going to have to take the percent here and convert it to a decimal. So remember, drop the percent sign, move it 2 places to left. That becomes 0.06 times our item cost, which is 1260. And so if we do that, let's go over to our calculator. So now we have 0.06 times 1260. And so it gives us $75.60. So that's going to give us $75.60. So that's how much tax we paid for that tablet. Now, what is our total cost? Well, our total cost is going to be the 1260 plus 7560. Okay, so we go back over here. And so then we're going to add to that 1260 and we get 1335.6. So that total then becomes 1335.60. So that's going to be what we pay in total for that tablet after we added our tax. Now, there's a shortcut method to do this as well. Now, if you think about this, what did we do? We took this fractional part of the number, the 0.06, and multiplied it, and we got this. And then we added back in the total whole thing. So we have the whole plus the fractional part of this. So if we take and look at that a different way, that's really the whole plus the fractional part. And if we take that times our 1260, that could be a shortcut. So what we're going to do here for the shortcut is we're going to take basically the whole piece, 1, plus the amount for tax times our 1260, and we should still get 1335.60. So let's test that. So let's clear all that out. So if we take 1260 times 1.06, and again, the whole being 1260, 0.06 being the tax on it, we get 1335.60. Okay. And so we do get the same thing. And so that is a shortcut to do it. Now, a lot of these ask for both the tax as well as the total amount. So you have to first figure the tax and then you basically it's easier just to add it in and keep it that number. But if they say, okay, here's what we have and we only want the total cost, well, a short method would be take the 1.06 or whatever your percent your sales tax is. You can do whatever percent, 1.05 if you have a 5% sales tax times your amount here, and that will give you your total cost. Okay, same thing works with discounts. So the discount rate, again, we're going to have to convert it to a decimal times your original price. All right, so discount amount. Well, our rate is 35% off. So we're going to drop the percent, move the decimal 2 to the right. So that's going to be 0. Or to the left, sorry, 35 times our original cost, which is 380. Now we multiply that out in our calculator. So 0.35 times 380. And we get $133. Okay. So that's going to be how much we're going to apply for a discount. That's how much discount's taken off. So what is our sale price? Well, that's going to be 380 minus 133. And again, we plug that into our calculator. So we're going to have 380 minus 133. That gives us $247 as our sale price. Okay. Now, there's a shortcut method for this one as well. This time, though, we're not going to say 1.35. What it's going to be is what we have to think about it is. So if we're taking off 30%, so if we have the whole and we're taking off this 35%, so we don't want to pay that much, how much is left over here? Well, basically, you have the 100% minus your 35%. So that's going to be, well, if we subtract that, that's going to be a 9. So that's going to be a 5. So that's going to be 65% of the price is what you're paying. So this number, what we're saying is 65% of the total original price. So if we convert 65% into a decimal, that would be 0.65 times our original price of 380, that should give us our actual value of 247. And I'll let you know it does work, and we'll show you in here in a little bit. Now, another way to get this number here is to think about it. We're going to take the whole minus 0.35 times our 380. So we can think of it this way, which is what we did up here. We just took the 100% minus 35%. We got 65%, converted that to a decimal, and then we got the 0.65. Or since we already know it was 0.35 is the decimal, if we take 1 minus that, then times that, we should get that. So let's do it both ways here into our calculator. And so if we take 0.65 times 380, we get 247. Or if we take 1 minus 0.35 times 380, we get 247. So either direction we go, we get the correct number as far as our final value. So again, that's 247. So all kind of depends on how you want to think about this. So if you want to think about it like this, and you're getting the value here, then you move your decimal and you just do that. Or you can say, okay, well, I know if I take 1 minus that 0.35, that's going to be what's left over times 380, and I get that. That works as well. All right. So let's see here, finding the percent increase or decrease. Well, with those, what we have to do is we have to figure out what the increase is or what the decrease is, then divide it by our original amount. So that's going to be our first step. And then by doing that, then we need to basically express whatever fraction that is as a percent. So how do we do that? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to say 6 is increased to 10, find the percent increase. Well, how much is the increase? Well, we're going to take and say, well, we're going from 10, and we went from 6 to 10. So if we take 10 minus 6 divided by the original number, which was 6, and then if we take that times 100%, that's going to give us, well, that's going to be 4 over 6. So that's going to be 2/3 times 100%. And that's going to give us basically 66 2/3%. Okay. So that will give us our value. Now, how does that work if a calculator works it? Well, we can do it several ways. We can say, okay, well, we're going to take that 4 divided by 6 times 100, and that gives us a 66.6666%. Or we could say, okay, well, we reduce that 4/3 or 4/6 by, 2 on each of them, and then multiply that by 100. And in either case, we get the 66.666. Now remember, 666 is going to be 2/3. And so we could write this as 66 2/3%, or how the calculator showed it, 66.6. And then if we round it to the tenths here, it'd be 66.67%. So this is the more accurate number because 2/3 is an actual value. 0.67, that's a rounded value. And so we have to decide, what the problem asks for. If it wants the exact value, we'd use that. If we want it rounded to 2 decimal places, we could do it that way. And this one doesn't say, and so either one of those will work. Now, what if 10 is decreased to 6? Find the percent decrease. All right, well, 10 minus 6 is 4. But now our initial value is 10. Remember, we want the original amount. So the original amount is 10. We multiply that by 100 to get it back into the percent. Well, 4 divided by 10 is 0.4 times that. That's going to give us 40%. Okay. So that one we don't even need a calculator for. So that was kind of nice. Now let's stop there and we'll come back for more.